Welcome to Len Dubois Trucking. Visit us online at lenduboistrucking.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Starting July 1st, 2013, new HOS rules take effect. The changes cover a range of HOS issues. We have created videos on each of the two major changes which affect OTR drivers. This one for the 30-minute break rule and the next one for the changes to the restart rules. Starting July 1st, 2013, drivers will not be permitted to drive past 8 hours from the start of their shift without a rest period of 30 consecutive minutes. Drivers can work but not drive, and the rest period can be off-duty or sleeper. Keep in mind that the 14-hour clock doesn't stop, and it's not extended at all. For example, if you start in the morning at 8 a.m., you will be required to take a 30-minute break by 4 p.m. Your 30-minute break resets the 8-hour clock, so after your break, the clock is ticking again. And the trick here is to time your break so you don't have to take 2 breaks throughout the day. For example, if you start at 8 a.m. and you take a 30-minute break from 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m., you'll be required to take another break by 5:30 p.m., 8 hours from where your first break ended. The 30-minute break rule is pretty straightforward. Let's look at some applications for Canadian drivers crossing the border into the U.S. Regardless of which side of the border you are driving, you need to be compliant with the 8-hour 30-minute rule once you cross the border into the U.S. So let's say you start in Canada at 8 a.m. and you cross the border into the U.S. 6 hours later at 2 p.m. You will need to take a 30-minute break by 4 p.m. Now let's say you start at 8 a.m. and cross the border 9.5 hours later at 5:30 p.m. You cannot drive out of customs legally without a 30-minute break. So take your break in Canada. Customs is not required to let you stay to take your break. It's our job to manage our logbook, so always make sure you have enough hours to complete your work. Don't expect shippers, receivers, or customs to allow you to stay for any required rest periods. Not only take your break before you arrive at the border, try to take it within 8 hours if you can to save any confusion at American scales. If you found this video helpful, share it and tell a friend.